Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parrish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parrish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. And I'm going to start running y'all about On Fire Athletes. I'm fired up, y'all. That is a platform developed by GameCoin, and I purchased the very first ever card on the On Fire platform. I did several weeks back, and actually, it was like just the day before it launched. I was able to do it, and it came in over the weekend. So I'll go get it. I'll show y'all. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope your morning's off to a fantastic start. Tigers continue rolling in the transfer portal. Added 2 more on Monday. Jack Pyburn, who we talked about Jack Pyburn yesterday. He was visiting LSU on Sunday, and Tigers closed him. He was supposed to leave LSU and go on another visit, but it's kind of like free agency in professional sports, where when someone's on a free agent visit, a free agent target is on a visit to your facility, you don't want to let them leave. You want to close the deal, get them to sign the contract. 'Cause if they get away from you, then someone else gets their opportunity to make a pitch. So LSU closed Jack Pyburn. That was great. Pyburn's 6'3", 260-pound outside linebacker / defensive end. Really good against the run. Was second on Florida's team in tackles last year. Hasn't been known as a great pass rusher. We'll see if that's something they try to add to his game in Baton Rouge with Kevin Peoples. But I loved it. Brandon Olson from Locked On Gators. I talked to him yesterday. He said, I firmly believe every defense needs a psycho. That's him. I'm like, well, now you get him, and we kind of got 2 psychos, which is awesome. So some attitude, some edge to the defense. And then Mansour Delane is the other player they added. So Mansour Delane was a freshman All-American in 2022, led Virginia Tech in pass breakups that year as a backup, started the last 2 years at Virginia Tech, and on 3 has him as the 115th best overall player in the portal. 24/7 has him as like the 38th best player in the portal at any position. So you're talking about a guy and the number 2 cornerback in the portal. So high-level starter from a Power 4 school coming in. And, maybe the best way to illustrate it, and I did mention this in Locked On LSU, so if you hear today's episode or watch today's episode of Locked On LSU, you'll hear this again. So if you think of it, this year, your top 3 corners were Zy Alexander, Ashton Stamps, and then P.J. Woodland was your number 3. So true freshman P.J. Woodland was your number 3. Next year, you have Stamps, Jakeem Jackson, Mansour Delane, DJ Pickett, and then sophomore P.J. Woodland. In whatever order you put those, and however it shakes out, right? Maybe it's Stamps, Jackson, Delane. Maybe it's Stamps, Pickett, Jackson. Maybe it's Pickett, Jackson, Delane. Whatever order that ends up shaking out, right? Your cornerbacks. Any one of those guys, Stamps, Jackson, Delane, Pickett, Woodland, any one of them is a better number 3 than freshman P.J. Woodland was this year. So by virtue of the fact 1 and 2 are better. So you've undeniably improved your cornerback room dramatically like that by adding Jakeem Jackson, Mansour Delane, and DJ Pickett. And you return Stamps and Woodland. So should be very excited. And they're not done. I know they're not done. So we're still all expecting that that they'll add Braylon Moore, the center for Virginia Tech, waiting on that to pop. Hasn't popped yet. And the longer that goes, makes you a little leery, but they're expecting that to pop still. And then Nick Anderson's the other big one we're waiting on. Nick Anderson, receiver from Oklahoma, was on LSU's campus yesterday. And he's a top 10 player in the portal. averaged 21 yards a catch 2 years ago, didn't play this year. And hopeful they'll land him too. Okay, let's say some good morning. Smash a like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there as always. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Trivia Carter, good morning. Sean, good morning. Portal's getting interesting. Would love O-line depth. Yeah, they still got to get Braylon Moore on board officially. And until they officially get Braylon Moore on board, he's not on board, but hopeful. And yeah, I would love to see them add another player with starting experience. Hey, Brian, good morning from Baltimore. See TJ Finley committed to Tulane. I did not see TJ Finley committed to Tulane. Didn't. That's a good fit for him. Good for him. Get some closer to home too. From Ponchatoula. And I know I've mentioned this before, but TJ has twin babies. So I don't blame him one iota if he's going to stay in college for as long as he can and keep collecting NIL money. As a father, you do what you have to do to support your family. So good on him. I don't know that he's got an NFL future, a pro football future. Maybe we'll see. But if you have a bird in hand like that, keep getting experience, make money, go do it. Jacob Thompson, good morning, Matt. Glad DB Mansour Delane's going to LSU, especially since he went to Virginia Tech. Love it. What's the part about, what am I missing the part about, especially since he went to Virginia Tech? I'm missing that part. Brian Wynn, good morning. Chewalt One, what's going on? Avid, what's up, Christian? Good morning, man. Range of feelings yesterday. Spencer needs to be the backup, no doubt. Sorry about Spencer Rattler, of course. I think Spencer Rattler needs to be the starter. I don't think Derek Carr will play this week against Green Bay. Darren Rizzi said on Monday, meeting with reporters, that he feels like we will see Derek Carr play again this year. Pretty obvious that the game, not this Monday, but the following week at home against the Raiders, Derek Carr's former team, is probably the target for Derek Carr. Let's see. Brett, is the portal window for entering the portal or committing? Entering. You can commit whenever, but you have to put your name in the portal in that window. I believe it's a 28-day window you have from the... No, it's not 28. It's... The portal opened on the 9th. It's a 21-day window. Well, it opened on the 9th, and it closes on the 28th. So it's just under 3 weeks is that portal window. So that's when you put your name in. You can commit whenever, sign whenever, but that's when your name has to be in. And in theory, you want to be on campus for the spring semester, so you can go through spring football. So ideally, you want to commit to your school and enroll wherever you're going to be. Straub Skills, any word on the Moore kid from Virginia Tech? Not yet. It needs an app. Brian Wynn, any Saints or Giants in the transfer portal? Seth, did Jack Pyburn demand $45K to come to LSU? I don't know what Jack Pyburn got financially to come to LSU, and I don't really care. It's whatever that number is. It's not your money. It's not my money. So y'all know how I feel about that. And one of the things that is apparently pretty evident is this: Austin Thomas is the GM working with the collective. They're being sensible about how they spend. They're not going to overspend. They know what they have to. They've shown you, like, they've let players walk because they know what they're willing to spend on guys. And so I trust they're doing what they need to be doing. But I don't know what the Jack Pyburn thing was. Thomas, day 11, could break the record of 13 this week. We shall see. Mark is Rattle of the future quarterback for the Saints. I think it's too early to say that, Mark, but I'm hopeful. Leon, good morning. Jonathan Martin, do we go after Mbakwe? No, I'm told that's Ole Miss. So former 5-star cornerback, was a 5-star plus cornerback, was a great player at Alabama this year as a true freshman, leaving Alabama. hit the portal yesterday, and that's just what I was told, that's Ole Miss. We'll see how that all develops, but I was told Ole Miss. Elijah Steele, good morning, Matt. I saw Shea saying Delane may actually move back to safety. Apparently, that's where he started at Virginia Tech. That would be interesting. We do have Shea on AFR today, and they need safety help. That's the one spot they haven't addressed yet that I would say that's the must. I mean, your musts were wide receiver, check, tight end, check, defensive end, check. You got to go get a safety. Offensive line, check. Well, almost check. Hunter Broadhead, good morning. Martin Van Buren coming to LSU. Martin Van Buren was a president. Jacob Mott, good morning. Cartel, what up, man? Good morning. Yeah, thank you very much. Please smash the like button if you would. If you haven't done so yet, just take a quick second, hit the like. Appreciate that. Remember all of our great sponsors. They're linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. Ronald John Elias, morning. What does LSU schedule a top team to open season? I don't understand what you're asking. Ask that another way. Why do they schedule a top team to open the season? I mean, you have to play Power 5, if that's what you're asking. I mean, you have to play Power 5 non-conference. So where can you fit it on your schedule? Watch the LSU gymnastics last night after AFR. Young ladies rock, protect the crown. Yeah, man, almost gymnastics season. I do love the spring sports, man. Gymnastics, baseball. It'll be a fun time of year with basketball, hopefully playing well and dovetailing right into it. Basketball tonight plays Stetson. I wrote this down if you're not familiar. So there are 364 teams in Division I men's basketball, 364. LSU has 3 remaining non-conference opponents. Here's their net rankings. Stetson, 355 out of 364. UNO, 335 out of 364. And Mississippi Valley, 364 out of 364. If you lose any of your next 3, pack it up. Pack it up. Over. Hang on. All right, Thomas, hang on. Here you go. Got to go turn off Drew's sound machine. Here we go.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Okay. Parish Construction and Roofing. ParishBuilt.com. ParishBuilt.com. All right, where are we? Hey, Brad, good morning. Mark, we beat the bowl game. I will not, Mark. We'll be here in Baton Rouge. Tiger Poppy, go this way. Christian, Jock posted Facebook saying to expect news by Wednesday. Okay. Jason H, good morning. What's your take on Hainer in the first half? He was terrible. Joke that they even started him. Joel, portal class greater than Underwood. Yeah, Joel, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Not just Underwood, but look at Underwood, look at Jakeem Stewart, look at Cade Phillips. Those are the guys you had, funds allocated for that you ultimately said, let's appropriate those funds elsewhere and go address needs in the portal. It's a different way of doing it, but like I said, talk to me in a month. Hey, Kendall, good morning. Cartel, shalom, Matt. Glad to be here, catching another live. Glad to see you there, man. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day. Appreciate all the good vibes this morning, everybody. Hey, Fred, good morning. Have you heard anything about a safety in the transfer portal? Well, someone just mentioned that Shea talked about Mansour Delane possibly playing safety. Yes. So they went after Dylan Thieneman, who is the top safety in the portal out of Purdue. He committed to Oregon. They've also offered Zechariah Poyser from Jacksonville State. He did visit this weekend as well. So, and there's always the possibility of Jacoby Matthews. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to land a safety. It's just a matter of who, when, what, all that sort of stuff. Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Rex, good morning. Patrick, Guy Morgan, loving the work BK and company do in the portal. Hope we get those linemen some safeties, boot up. I would say that's probably, if you land another receiver, like if you land Nick Anderson, that's land, yeah, but it would be awesome. Because if you had a trio of Nick Anderson, Barian Brown, Aaron Anderson, and then you're complementing with Chris Hilton, Xavier Thomas, Kyle Parker. Okay, now I'm excited. And Bauer Sharp at tight end. Okay, now you've got pass catchers. You've added already 2 defensive ends with Jamari Butler from Nebraska and Jack Pyburn. Would like to see a defensive tackle. But really, you got to add safety, offensive line. Those are the 2 boxes you still need to check. Let's see. I'm going to scroll a little bit here, guys. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe. Oh, there's Jacob. Okay. Tech is my second favorite team behind LSU, especially they're my home state. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, why the Tech connection? Got it. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Wendell, good morning. Brett, Austin Thomas has been key to rebuilding the team. Austin is very unheralded, but yes, he's very smart. Austin himself is a great recruiter. I don't know if y'all remember, but when Les was the coach and Frank Wilson took the head coaching job at UTSA, Austin was working in an off-field capacity at that time, and I think this was 2016. Austin they got a waiver so Austin could go on the road and recruit before they replaced Frank with a full-time on-field assistant. So for that, the rest of that recruiting class, Austin went on the road and recruited. So yes, he is a very, very, very valuable piece. And he's also a Scott Woodward guy. Scott's the one who brought Austin back. So y'all remember a few weeks, maybe a few months back, Beth Rex, who was Brian Kelly's chief of staff, resigned. Well, Beth Rex had been with Brian Kelly, I mean, from Cincinnati and Notre Dame, like all throughout. She came to Baton Rouge with him as well. And she basically coordinated everything around Kelly and the football program. And Scott Woodward was the one who really pushed up to bring Austin Thomas back. And the more responsibility they gave to Austin, it was just like they were fighting for elbow room at the table. And so that's why Beth left. And I'm not saying that they couldn't have coexisted or one was right or wrong, but like, yes, I think Austin Thomas has an extremely valuable role with this program. I'm glad he's back. Absolutely. Morning, Matt. If Jacoby Matthews waits too long again, will the same thing occur where he can't go from SEC to SEC? Well, no, because he's already in the portal. That's something worth keeping in mind. Like he entered the portal in the spring. So he's still in the portal from the spring window. And he also didn't play this year, so he's eligible to go wherever he wants. He just had to be enrolled for the start of the semester. Michael Sumner, good morning. Spurge, good morning. James McKinney, Quentin Breakbill, good morning. Chance, what do you think about Austin Thomas's role with the portal? Just kind of talked about that a little bit. Yeah, man. I mean, Austin's job is to sort of evaluate the roster as a whole and to work with Brian Kelly and Frank Wilson on what the needs are, who the available players are, coordinating all those recruiting visits and making sure that the recruiting staff is on point to make sure everything's buttoned up. He's great at what he does, man. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of numbers. Carr. That's a lot of numbers. What is that? Is that just the last 2 games? That's a lot of numbers. I think what you're saying is Spencer Rattler's good. He was good on Sunday. There's no doubt. Wasn't awesome. I mean, still completed less than 50% of his passes, but he was much better than Jake Haener. Joel, I'm convinced you had the jingle made exactly to the time it takes to turn your sound machine off. It's timed perfectly every day. So, Joel, it's 30 seconds. But one thing I will tell you is I do have an internal clock. So I cut promos every day after the show. So literally every day after AFR, I cut a 30-second or 15-second radio promo and a 30-second TV promo. So, and all the live reads I do are 60-second live reads. So in my brain, like I know how long, without looking at a clock, 15 seconds is, 30 seconds is, 60 seconds. I know that sounds weird, but like when you do it so much, it's almost like if you're let me give you a non-time related example. I used to work at Heads and Tails Seafood Market, and I could, like, if someone said, "Hey, give me a half a pound of shrimp," like I did it so much that I knew what a half a pound of shrimp felt like. So like I could, get the butcher paper or the bag, would put them in, and I could by hand measure the shrimp and then throw it on the scale, and I mean it was always spot on. Because you've done it so much. So anyway, I don't think anybody actually cares about that. But the point is, if I know I have 30 seconds, then I know how long it takes to do that, turn on the lamp, turn on whatever. Like I know how much time I have to be back in my chair in 30 seconds. Maybe that makes sense. Joel, are you concerned about safety? Doesn't seem to be a loaded position in the portal so far. I'm not concerned because I trust what they're doing. And remember, Joel, it's not like this isn't the end all be all. You have this window, you have the February signing window for high school, and then you also have a spring portal window. So you could, in theory, have players after spring football enter the portal and then transfer. So they know they have to address safety, and they're going to address safety. Let's see, 2 more minutes. Chris, do we have any concerns of coaches leaving to join other staffs? Not really. I mean, you lost Slade Nagel. That coaching carousel has kind of spun. I guess you could always see something happen after bowls and after the playoffs. But unless if, say, Cortez Hankton got a head coaching job or Blake Baker got a head coaching job, I don't know what other coaches on this staff would be threats to leave right now. So remember, the other thing is you still got to replace Slade Nagel. So you still have to hire another coach. Brian Broom, good morning. Ryan, I love to see LSU Tulane play every year in football. Not going to happen. Financially doesn't make any sense. Weston Weaver, good morning. Kenneth Walker, good morning. Thomas, update on the Leonard interview. Nope, that was supposed to happen around the Alabama game and never did. Jeff, good morning. Damon Gilmore, good morning. Jason, morning, Matt. Is Marucci a big donor to LSU athletics? No, because remember, it's a similar. Now, I mean, they are partnered, obviously, but that's not to say maybe like Kurt doesn't donate privately or something like that. But remember, Marucci has the same problem that like Canes has or walk-ons, whereas Marucci wants every single college baseball program swinging their bat. So if it was known that Marucci just gave LSU a bunch of stuff in NIL money, that could be off-putting to their target. So it's the same like with Todd. Like Todd is very generous privately. And you see NIL deals with LSU players, like you see LSU players on Canes ads. But if you go into other collegiate markets where there's Raising Canes, you'll see other collegiate players on Raising Canes ads as well. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword right there. Let's see. Bubba, good morning. Abner, good morning. Irfan Sayad, Gamogan. Rocky Killian, good morning. Silo, Matt, you need to holler at Ocho. Still needing that. Ocho's going to be in town for the Super Bowl. Maybe we can make something happen then. Okay, y'all. It is... it's 7:46. I got to go. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Shout out to all our sponsors. Need North Peace, go to Brock, need a roof. Give us a shout at Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique Physique and Restored Motions. Of course, Unique Physique, semaglutide, tirzepatide, the once-a-week injections for weight loss. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Do the whole thing over telemed, and they can ship your medicine anywhere in the country. Some of y'all have said y'all called. It was so easy, so thank you for that. And, of course, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. So please support them. Okay, that'll do it for us here, y'all. Go check out Locked on LSU, already live on podcast, YouTube, Locked on LSU. And we'll see you for AFR at 3. Well, sorry, peace. 3 is what time the show starts. Peace.